If you haven't already guessed, I'm standing in my daughter's room and this is her crib. Her name is Amelia Grace and she is 2 years old. So why is this crib important to me? This crib is the first of many items that I was able to build or assemble for my daughter, and that means a lot to me. Another thing is that before this crib, I wasn't very good at building or assembling things. I actually hated it. Another thing is that at the end of the assembly, I actually came to a realization that was helpful later, and it had nothing to do with the crib itself. So assembling this took a very long time, and it wasn't because it was hard, but it was because I was doing a lot of thinking while I was assembling it. As a matter of fact, the instruction booklet was very easy to read. It was very small. All the hardware was there. I didn't have any issues in that sense. It was more so of the thinking during the assembly. So Amelia is our first child, and some first-time parents may understand where I'm coming from, but having your first kid is a huge deal. And prior to the baby being born, your mind may race and you may start to speculate and wonder things. And that's exactly what happened to me. During the assembly, everything hit me at once. I began to think of what if scenarios, all the goods, all the bads, and a lot of the bads. So some of the things I thought about were financial stuff. Were we okay financially? Did we save enough money? Would we have enough money to put her through college? I also began to think about health issues. Would she be healthy? Would she have all 10 fingers and 10 toes? These are the things that I thought about, and it just took over my whole thought process when assembling this. Needless to say, assembling this was easy in itself because of the instructions and because of the limited hardware and stuff like that. So because I thought of so many things, this turned into a whole day's project when it should have taken me like an hour or two at most. But once I got everything out and I thought of all the possibilities, the good, the bad, everything, I began to realize that no matter what I wonder about or what I speculate, I'm not going to be able to change the future. I can't control any of these things, so staying up at night over it is not the best thing to do. I consider the assembly of this a success because, like I said earlier, I was able to assemble it myself without any hiccups, and that wasn't really my thing back in the day. But I also realized at the end that no matter how much I worry, I'm not going to be able to change anything. So the best thing to do is to not worry as much and let things happen as they do.